Hello, this is Robert Messina. It's August 3rd, 2024. And it's been a while, it's been a whole week actually, more than a week, that I've been thinking about making this video, which is really things, it's just a combination of things I've already said in the past. And if you have listened to some of my videos, you've probably already heard them already. But there's some kind of a misunderstanding, and that nobody's out there seems to understand the same thing I understand. After I explained it, there's got to be a couple of people that passed it on. I don't know. But this is going to be to re-emphasize what I've already said. Now, what the main topic of this is going to be, Israel is under attack. Israel has war problems on all their borders. The whole world is against Israel. They are the people of God, and there's no explanation other than most of those people in this world that are against them are just also satanic, and will listen to the voices of demons and have complete no understanding of salvation, which is going to be through Jesus. There's no salvation other than through Jesus, and those guys out there that are ruling this world don't like to hear that. And Jesus came through Israel, so Israel and Gentiles that believe in Jesus, and Israelites that believe in Jesus, because there is a certain sector of the flock. It's called the 144,000. Those guys are a different fold. They are the lesser fold, and he is their shepherd as well. And they love the Father, and the fact that they love the Father loves them, and therefore the Son loves them. So they are loved, and they don't even know that they have a shepherd. And pretty soon he's going to have one fold and one shepherd. So this whole thing is going to go away. But right now, there's the 144,000, and there's also the remnant. Now, the remnant of Israel is more than 144,000, because it says that the remnant is 1/3 of Israel. Now, right now, there's about 8 or 9 million people, million Jews that make up Israel. So 1/3 of that would be 3 million. Now, 144,000 is not even close to 3 million. So the remnant is different than the 144,000. The 144,000 are in a fold of their own. They are well loved. They sing a song that no one else knows except them, and they appear on Mount Zion, and the rest of the flock appears in Jerusalem. The rest of the flock surrounds the body. Where the body lies, the vultures will gather. The rest of the flock surrounds Jesus. The main thrust of this video is that everybody out there says every comment ends up with the Messiah is going to straighten it all out. And every comment is correct about that. Every single one. It's just they till till I get to that comment, they say a lot of things that I just don't understand how they're saying it, because they're not reading some of the things that I see. Now, most of the things that I understand about the end times are best explained in Revelation. I have to agree with you with that. But Daniel and Isaiah and Ezekiel, they all have something to say that agree with it. And this is not going to be a deep study to go into all of that. But whatever. But one of the two main verses of Revelation that I am putting I'm going to put my spear into is that there are two verses that explain the woman and her being protected, the woman being protected from the dragon, who is Satan, and one of the two, the first half, one of the two is in the first half of the 7 years, which is 42 months, which in the middle of the 42 months, the middle of that week is 43 months. So it's 43 months, and then the second half is another 43 months, and that's described as time, and dividing of times. Now, Daniel agrees with both of those divisions. Daniel mentions both of them. Okay? And I'm gonna leave the verses up there for you to read. I might read it. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to edit this thing, because I've been having trouble editing. I've been having trouble with artificial intelligence interrupting me. That's the best way to explain it. And I don't feel like getting into that. But it's a fight. It's a fight to get it out there. Okay? It's a fight to even talk. It was a fight to turn my laptop on. And I can't even work this on. I was hoping to use my tablet because the laptop died, and the laptop revived, and the tablet died. And the tablet wasn't strong enough for the audio editing that I need, and the video editing that I need, and the power of operating system that I need. That's in my laptop and in my Windows 10. I need that power and the applications that go under that power, and that's I'm using it now. Let's put it that way. And that's the reason why. If everything works, you're going to see it and you're going to hear it, and everything works because it does work by the grace of God. But believe me, I've been challenged with it, and I'm still challenged with it. But sometimes you have to get it out anyway, because it eats me that people don't realize that they realize that the Messiah has to come to straighten it all out. That they realize. But they also think that everything's got to be right before they sign that covenant. See, everybody that's for Israel seems to be against signing the covenant. And I totally agree with that, and there's lots of reasons that they're right. And I'm going to bring out why it's still a good idea to go ahead and sign that covenant. Okay? Now, my personal thoughts are, before they sign that covenant, first of all, they have the under Gaza, under the section of Gaza, there's miles of tunnels, concrete tunnels that have to be dug, miles of them, concrete, where they had to get trucks. It's concrete, where they can be building, and all these years they've been under there building that. And what did they do with all that sand that they had to take out? And how did they hide all of the cement that had to come in? They knew about this. The people that are in charge knew about it. That's number one. And I'm not the only one that says that. That's a lot of people that have a little bit of an understanding can see that. All you have to do is have an ability to see that. I mean, you remember the movie The Great Escape? They escaped out of the Germans, and they had to shake the sand out of the. I mean, there's so much dirt that had to come out, that had to be hidden, and nobody saw it. And Daniel talks about Israel is going to be helped by a wicked guy with intelligence. Now, intelligence is CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, the Mossad, intelligence. Intelligence knew about this, is what I'm saying. And it's prophecy. Daniel says. Daniel knew about it. I mean, if you can't, so you can't argue with Daniel. You can argue with me, but you can't argue with Daniel. And I don't see how you're going to argue with me. How are you going to tell me that they didn't know? And it has to be from the top. The guys at the top have to know. Netanyahu, yes, Netanyahu had to know. Yes, he did. He had to know. Same thing with Ariel Sharon. But what I'm telling you is there are 7 seals that have to be opened. And the 7 seals are in a book. And they're sealed because nobody's allowed to open them. And no one would be worthy to open those seals. Okay? There was nobody found worthy to open the seals. And they were crying. They were crying about that. Now, why were the 4 living creatures, for example, the 4 living creatures are, in brief, the 4 living creatures are those that lived around the tabernacle in the days where the 40 years where they were in the wilderness. Those are the living creatures. And there's another video that I'm going to have to, if you don't believe it, make a comment and say, please point to that video. If nobody points to the video, I'm not even going to be bothered. Because it means nobody's interested. You have to seek and find. Sorry, you have to seek. You have to do a little seeking to see where it is. And seeking has to do with the oil in your lamps. Which brings me to the 10 virgins. 5 wise, 5 foolish. Okay? Now, one of the things I was thinking about to insert into this video is, when did those 5 wise virgins start putting the oil in their lamps? When did they start doing it? And I thought about myself, when did I start doing it? Because I think I have enough oil in my lamp to know when he's coming and to know what I have to do to find him, and to watch and be alert, and to know and to be at his door when he's there. I think I have it, and I'm happy to have it, and I'm not bragging about it. I have it because I've been putting oil in my lamp ever since when, is the question I ask myself. The answer to when I began putting oil in my lamp was the very first day that I opened that book, and it made sense. It brought me light into what I was reading. That's the whole thing. Oil, light, they go together with words that are truth that are spoken in the holy book. Every word is true. It's truth. Our Father is truth. Jesus is truth. He is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. Truth is light. Light is life as well. Light is life. That's, it begins. That's the reason why the 5 wise virgins, they felt sorry for the 5 foolish virgins, because there was no way they could help them. They knew, those wise virgins knew how costly that oil was to get, to obtain, to buy. There are a lot of seeking and finding and opening and knocking and praying and continuing in making sure you know what you need to know. That never stops. That never stops. There's still, you think, I never said I was done. Did I ever say I was done? I said I know enough, and I think I do, but I'm not done. There's lots of stuff that I still need to know. I got to open that book. I got to look at the menorah. I got to see the verses that I need to know. Verses. Prophets. Torah. Laws. That never stops. That's walking with him, like Enoch did. There wasn't anything Enoch didn't know about the Messiah. I mean, the whole idea about the gospel and the stars, Enoch was the instructor of all of that. Okay? That's another topic. But his answer for who the Redeemer is was Jesus. And Job, the only Bible Job had was whatever Enoch explained and said in the Gospel of Stars. That was the only Bible he had. There was no Bible. But he knew that his Redeemer lives. And he will see him, even though all the nerves of his body are decayed. He will see him. And that's how that was his faith. And the last video that I did was trying to figure out how he knew that, and also cursed the day he was born. And it turned out, from all my thoughts, he didn't curse the day he was born in a sense. He put himself in Judas' place. Judas, the guy who betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, for the love of money, the root of all evil. And he was covetous, and he fell short in faith, and he denied who he knew. And he betrayed who he knew. And when he realized what he did, he was so sorry that there was nothing he could do. And anyway, that's another video that I just did. I don't even get 30 views already. They should have had a lot more than that. But I might cut that out. I might not cut that out. Because I complain about how people don't watch it. And I don't think it's so much them. I think it's that artificial intelligence that makes sure that my videos don't get watched. That's my guess. I mean, I can't think of anything else. I mean, I see guys with... I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to stop that. All right. So where are we? the four living creatures are coming to the conclusion, and they're crying, and the 24 elders are crying, and everybody's crying up there. Now this is in heaven, okay? This is in heaven that it's going on. John is there seeing this whole thing. John the apostle. He's there hearing it and seeing it and knowing what's going on and recording what's going on. And what he sees, and he's part of what he sees, is that everybody's weeping. Who is worthy? Because nobody's worthy. There's nobody to be found that's worthy to open the book and to loose those 7 seals. Now, 7 seals are Revelation. There's Revelation, 7 seals, and the 7th seal, the last seal, opens up 7 trumpets, and at the last trumpet brings the Messiah. So you have to be able, those seals have to be able to be opened. And they're not going to be opened until the covenant is made. Because the first seal is opening the covenant. So the covenant has to be signed. Now, I agree with a lot of it as far as the way I think, how could they make a covenant with these guys? They're liars. And I agree with that totally. Those guys are liars. They wouldn't give you an honest answer anyway. But it can be that I would be satisfied if nobody can blow. No Hamas is in underneath the tunnels. There's no Hamas underneath the tunnels, and the land of Israel itself doesn't have enemies within the way they have now. If that all can be reconciled before they sign the covenant, I don't see a big problem with it, because the God of Israel is neither slumbers nor sleeps, and he watches over his people. He loves Israel. And there's big reasons for it. And the nations should love Israel as well, and a lot of the nations do. Anybody that's a child of Abraham and is being saved is going to love Israel. There's no way out of it. You can't be half and half with that. All right, so anyway, that's basically what I wanted to say. Let's see what this sounds like.